Hi. What's the topic today? Well, let's see. Maybe we should talk about what life after mastectomy is like. Um, it's Leanne. My channel is No Cure for Happy. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you know when a new video comes out. If you like the video, hit the like button. Leave your comments, your questions below. But let's get to it. What is life like after mastectomy? Well, let's just start with the factual things, not the feelings. So the facts are that I have scars below where both of my breasts used to be, from about halfway under my armpit through to the middle, around the center, and then from the center on over to the other side of my armpit. I had a couple of lymph nodes removed from underneath my left, or I guess from within my left breast, maybe not directly from underneath my armpit, which would be like an axillary node, but wherever the sentinel nodes were activated, those are the ones that were removed. So I have scars. I'm also quite flat. So even though I have tissue expanders on the inside, as you know from a previous video, I had to have any of the saline that was in them actually removed. And there were only 200 cc's of material in them anyways, because let's face it, right after surgery, they can't expand your tissue all that much. You really have to wait till your sutures heal before you can really get a major sort of fill appointment. So I have empty tissue expanders. Like I said, I had 2 other procedures that required us to actually remove the 200 cc's that I began with. So 0 cc's in each side, very flat. I have drains in still, so there's a lot of sort of suction going on the inside. That's the drains work on a vacuum system, so there is this feeling of suction, and my skin is really, really tight, sucked down quite a lot to those tissue expanders and those drains. So you can actually physically see the drain tube coil, and you can see the tissue expander quite a lot as well. Basically, it sort of looks and feels like I have deflated water wings sewn underneath my skin. There you go. There you have it. There's the truth. It hurts sometimes in terms of the pressure. There's just, when gravity takes effect, there's a lot of pressure sucking down into my chest and against my rib cage, and my pectoral muscles have this ability to sort of do this little like spasm kind of thing every once in a while. So it's kind of an interesting, unique feeling. I also have all of the innervation was cut and either removed or cut and left to heal in my breast area. So I have a lot of numbness, literally numb to the touch. Like I cannot feel this besides the pressure. So other facts I can tell you are that when you remove breasts, it's actually a very concave space that remains. It is not a flat space. So there is a bit of a, if I can show you a little bit on profile here, and my natural breast would have come out quite a little bit, not a lot. And now I actually have quite a concave space to fill with saline from the tissue expanders and then eventually implant. So that is going to be an interesting part of this aspect of this journey for sure. As far as pain, it really was great off the hop. I had a lot of like local freezing that sort of after each procedure would help with pain management. Also Advil, Tylenol, some stronger stuff as well from time to time to really help just stay on top of the pain and control the pain. But for the most part, it peaked on like days 3, 4, and 5. And that goes for any of the procedures that I've had. So of which now I've had 3 minor, well, 1 major surgery, 2 minor surgeries in the last 2.5 weeks. So been through the ringer a little bit, but I feel like I'm finally coming out on the other side. I slept really well last night. I'm sleeping on my back. There's another fact. So I'm not able to sleep on my side there's just a lot of pressure and weird sensations and some pain associated with that. It's not recommended as well for whatever reasons. And there's also the aspect of the drains. They actually are just sort of minorly stitched in through open wounds, one on each side. So I wouldn't want to cause any sort of like pinching of the drain that would affect the drain from working. And I wouldn't want to cause any sort of tugging sensation because it can feel very uncomfortable. I'm eating fairly well, although I am supplementing my diet right now with some protein shakes just to ensure that on days and in moments where I just don't feel like I have the energy to actually eat a meal, I want to make sure that I'm still getting those calories and especially that protein and those nutrients in, because that will help me heal. So that's been a big aspect of my day, is those wonderful vanilla Ensure shakes. I actually love them. So other facts I can tell you are that I tire out very easily. So in a normal day, I would be able to maybe put in 8 to 10 hours on my feet, puttering, doing chores. These days, it's not like that at all. It's definitely taking things slowly, bite-sized chunks of work, followed by lots of rest. And today being the first day that I've really gotten out of bed in about 3 days, I was productive enough to clean a bathroom and do some dusting, followed by a nap. Like, I absolutely had to have a 1 hour lay down after that with some pain medication. I'm finding that I use my pectoral muscles a lot more than I actually realized that I did. Sitting up, standing, without any other body mechanics involved, takes a lot out of your pectoral muscles, believe it or not. And then there's gravity on top of that. So those are just some facts I guess I can talk about. If you guys have any other questions or anything else that you sort of want to know about what life after mastectomy is like, feel free to put them in the comments below, and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so that you know when a new video is coming out, hit that like button. Show me some love. Let me know that you're interested in hearing what I'm talking about and that it's helping. Also, pass it on. Send it to someone in the community who you think would benefit from someone else going through a similar situation. I know I'd love to hear from anybody that's going through it. That connectedness has been a huge eye-opening and loving and fulfilling experience for me since this whole thing began in our lives. So keep the connectedness coming, and I'll do my best to answer your questions and comments as soon as you send them in. And thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate when you guys do the work to, search up the terms on the internet and the interwebs and look on Mr. Google and find, what life after mastectomy is like and what another person's battle with breast cancer looks like. And when you do find something that you can relate to, I know how powerful it is. And that's why I started doing these videos, because I found that there just were not enough real time and real life experiences that were being shared. There were a lot of the glossed over hospital produced patient accounts, which are valuable, and don't get me wrong, they're very valuable, but probably less likely to focus on the actual real rubber meets the road type of work that's going on in a person's life when this type of thing happens. So feel free to pass the word on, like I said. My channel is No Cure for Happy. My name is Leanne. Again, I appreciate your time, and thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all again in the next video.